Welcome back to BT. Well, it's always good time for a new book. Allison Streit is here now from the Calgary Public Library with some new reads for kids of all ages. Good morning to you, Allison.
Good morning.
You're holding a book right now. I read the first page and I started to cry.
Well, this book, it's perfect for the whole family to enjoy. Love by Matt De La Penna. He's a very famous author. And I just wanted to read the first page for everyone because I just think it's so beautiful.
Okay.
In the beginning, there is light, and two wide-eyed figures standing at the foot of your bed, and the sound of their voices is love. And it just gets better after that. So this
so
will
lovely.
Probably make parents a little bit weepy thinking about their beautiful little children and how they're growing up. So this is a great pick to get out of the library. Absolutely.
Get out of the library, for sure. Okay, now we can move on to something fun and cute, the giraffe book. Yes.
From the same author that brought you Penguin Problems, we have the giraffe who's a bit self-conscious about his neck. So it's a silly and sweet book about kind of embracing your differences and how long necks look really great in bow ties.
There you go. This is so sweet. This is one of the reasons why I love books, because they can teach us so much, right?
Absolutely.
About empathy and how everybody's good, even if they're a little different. That's wonderful. Okay, so this one's one called Squirm. This is for a little bit of an older audience now.
A little bit of an older audience. We have our main character, Billy. He's a junior high student, and he has been moving all around Florida with a mother who's obsessed with bald eagles.
Oh.
And he hasn't had any contact with his long-lost father. And that changes when he finds his father's address and he takes off on a cross-country trip, including bears and snakes and drones, to go and find his dad.
Wow. My daughter would love that one. That sounds
a little
great.
bit of an adventure, a little bit funny, a little bit touching.
Ooh, that sounds good. So many gift ideas as well. Here we are.
The Journey of Little Charlie. So this is really buzzy. It's a historical fiction, so if your kids are into that, it's a great one to pick up. It takes place in 1858. Little Charlie is a white child who discovers runaway slaves and needs to use his smarts and his empathy and his survival instincts to save all of them.
Wow, that sounds terrific as well. Oh, I like that one. The Journey of Little Charlie. Okay. Oh, The Land of Never Endings.
This one is tugs at your heartstrings. There's also a lot of humor in it. We have Emily, who just lost her sister. And she finds she's also really missing all of her sister's toys. She used to write stories about them and make up stories with her sister, so she's missing those as well. And the toys start to come and visit her in her dreams.
Oh.
And it becomes a little bit uncertain about what's a dream and what's real life right now. So there's a lot of fun in there, but, you know, it's a little bit more heartwarming.
Oh, that sounds wonderful as well. Oh, I love these books. Okay, now who's reading this one?
This is for our teens. Shadow of the Fox is the big one that came out so far this fall. It takes place in a mythological Japan. So there's fantastic creatures. You have this great main character. So if you have a fantasy lover in the family, this is a great one to pick up. For teens and adults alike.
Oh, there you go. And of course, these are all available at the Calgary Public Library. One of my favorite things to do these days is head down to the new Central Library.
Absolutely.
12,000 square foot children's library to check out there.
It's so cool. There's a playground in there.
Yes.
So many books. It's so exciting.
It is so exciting and so many great places to read with the family. Well, thank you for this, Allison. Allison's going to stick around because just a little bit later, we're going to tee up the book club books and which ones we're going to be reading for the next 3 months. We'll be discussing today at 9:30 a.m. on Facebook Live, Tangerine, this book by Christine Mangan. What a book, hey? So interesting. So make sure you join us then, Facebook Live. But Allison is going to stick around and we'll chat with you in just a bit. We're going to go for a break here on Breakfast Television. When we come back, more news, weather, and traffic. Stay. Allison Streit is back with us for the BT Book Club. That's at 9:30 on Facebook Live. Allison, of course, from the Calgary Public Library. We wanted to tee up all of the upcoming books for you for the next 3 months so that you can read ahead or head over to your library and put the books on hold so you can get your hands on them. So what are we discussing on the book club today?
Well, today is Tangerine. This one, Amber was really excited to read.
Yes.
It was really interesting. We have a 1956 setting in Tangiers in Morocco. Two former roommates, very close friends. Seems like they had a little bit of falling out, and they reconnect in Morocco. And
a whole bunch of stuff happens.
Things happen, yes.
Yes. I will give you a little tidbit into what I thought of it, which was I loved the writing. The prose I thought was so extraordinary in this book. Beautiful writing. So we'll have our full discussion at 9:30 on Facebook Live. Please join us and let us know what you think of that book. Okay, so following Tangerine, for December, we wanted to get into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. We have Mr. Dickens and His Carol, which is, it's always nice to read something like this in December. It's a fun book. It came out last year. It's all about Charles Dickens, and he's trying to write his wonderful Christmas carol, but he's having a little bit of writer's block. His wife is putting pressure on him. He has pressure from his editors. So he basically takes kind of a Scrooge-like journey.
And it's really fun. I just started it, and it really does get you in the Christmas spirit, doesn't it? Okay, so that is for December. And then for January, we're reading this really buzzy book right now called, Educated.
Educated. I'm so excited to read this. Tara Westover was brought up in the United States with a survivalist family. She didn't go into a schoolroom or a doctor's office until she was something like 19 years old.
Yeah.
But she managed to teach herself enough to get into university and then went on to get her PhD. So she's talking all about her life story and how she got to where she is.
Yeah, it's an incredible memoir. Everybody is talking about this book. I actually bought it already as a Christmas gift, so I'm very excited to read that one as well. And then finally, we've already looked ahead to February. And of course, in February, we've got Valentine's Day, so we wanted to do something kind of romantic and fun. So we're talking about this book. Maybe not quite so romantic, but there's definitely a marriage involved.
Yes, last year we did kind of a fluffy romance novel. This one, there's love, but a lot more complicated, like, you know,
like
all
real life,
marriages.
maybe.
Yeah, an American marriage. We have two new newlyweds. They are living the American dream until the husband is suddenly convicted of a crime he didn't commit and is sentenced to 12 years in prison.
Wow.
Then he unexpectedly gets out 5 years later and comes home to realize that his wife has moved her life in a different direction.
Whoa. Doesn't that sound so good? I love it. Allison, thank you so much for this. And of course, Allison is sticking around for our Facebook Live chat at 9:30, so make sure you join us there. All right, let's get a check on the forecast.